sve ono što se dešava od pandemije COVID-a pa preko ratnih dešavanja i ekonomske krize i neizvesnosti kada je u pitanju energetska slika i tako dalje, dolazak zime, sve to utiče na sve, pa naravno i na ljude koji se bave kulturom i umetnošću, to osjećaju i umetnici, osjećaju i kulturne institucije u tom smislu da negde moramo i da pokažemo odgovornost, posebno kao budžetska ustanova, tako da ove godine nekako trudili smo se i da kompenzujemo to što jeste bilo 4 koncerta manje nego što je uobičajeno, ali je publika umesto 2 koncerta mogla da vidi 3 ili 4 za istu cenu ulaznice. Tako da opet mislim da je najvažnije da smo održali visok umetnički kvalitet i da se to nije osetilo na samom izdanju manifestacije.
We got like 30 musicians in the orchestra on all the programs. On this program, we're 17 musicians, and it's special instrumentation on this program because we have 4 vocals, which is not really common in jazz, and we also have strings in the ensemble. Ritual was really built on this idea of the musical rituals, which is a very old idea that is from ancient times. I mean, music has always been in the human culture. And music, one of the first meaning of music was to be part of the life and of the spiritual life of people. So we wanted to build this program using some very ancient texts and from a book which is a collection of ancient texts from all over the world. And we work on those texts to try to build a program that is supposed to represent like a day of rituals or like a season of ritual or like a life of rituals. So you have pieces that it starts with the morning and it ends up at night, and that's a way of sharing the music in a very kind of human way. I mean, of course we're on stage and it's a concert, but we really want the public to come inside kind of world where they can share the music with everybody. I created a youth orchestra aside the orchestra, so it's an opportunity for young musicians from all over Europe. And the new version of the youth orchestra, I think we've got a musician from Serbia. And it's young musicians that come from all over Europe, and they play with an ex-director of the orchestra, the music that he was playing with the orchestra, with the ONG. And also we did some youth program when I became appointed as an artistic director. I also wanted to commission a lot of music, so I'm not writing everything. I just commission music on different programs. For example, on the program we're going to play tonight, we were 5 people writing the music, and we have also. And the big change also is now that we have equality of gender in the orchestra. So. You know that in jazz music there is not many women, unfortunately, but now in the orchestra you can see on stage that you have almost as many women as men on stage. The idea of a national jazz orchestra appeared in the middle of the 80s. And so at some point, the Ministry of Culture, they said, okay, let's create a national jazz orchestra. And that's how it all began. The thing about this orchestra is that you have freedom on the music. You can really do whatever you want on the artistic side. So every time somebody new became artistic director, you have total freedom about what you want to do. So every time it's a different story. If you listen to all the recordings of the orchestra, it's really like a small condensed history of the jazz in France.
When I was growing up in Philadelphia, there was this great bass player, Brother Bone, who was like really instrumental to me and my friends. And he was just a great musician and great player. Once I moved to New York, it was great. I mean, Aaron Parks was a super big inspiration. I would go to Aaron Parks' house maybe once a month, twice a month, 3 times a month, and just workshop music with him. And he would hold jam sessions at the house. And so he really kind of took me under his wing when I first moved to New York and got me started. We started a couple bands together. And I feel like that's kind of what maybe got the ball rolling in New York City, at least, for me to get some work. But Jason Moran was around a lot. He took me on the road when I was a sophomore in college for like a long tour, like maybe a month-long tour. And then he ended up producing my first record, Omega, for Blue Note, and helped me get on the label, really. I remember one of the first tours I had with Jason, he brought Don Was, the CEO of Blue Note, to the gig to come hear us. So, Jason's been pretty instrumental too. The Seventh Hand, I wrote that I started it in 2017 and finished it in 2019. And the idea around it was thinking about the number 7 as maybe some sort of symbol for like divine intervention, and maybe a hand of like laying of hands or some sort of spiritual act of like laying hands. And so I thought about the idea of the musicians being vessels, and if I could write a piece of music that actually maybe channeled us to become these vessels or activated us in a way. So it's basically a 7-movement piece where each song has less and less written material and more improvised material, and the last movement is completely improvised. I often think that with workshops, the biggest thing I can do is inspire and give as much information out as I can at once. even if things go over people's heads. I think that my best experiences learning and having teachers were experiences where the teachers kind of just gave so much, and some things hit me then, some things hit me 10 years later, you know. So I try to be as generous as possible with the students and just give people everything that I feel like I can offer, and maybe things that are unique to me, maybe, you know, that I can offer them.
Emanuel Wilkins, odličan saksofonista, svetski poznat, slušao sam gomila njegovih stvari. Toliko želje da se prebaci svo znanje i toliko posvećenosti muzici i ljubavi prema svemu tome da otvorila mi je nekako vidike na neke stvari i nekako volio bi da sve te stvari primenim u svom sviranju i da vidim kako bi to prošlo.
Drago nam je što ove godine nemamo nikakve administrativne niti finansijske prepreke da to rešimo. To je novina. Ja se nadam da će to da se nastavi. Zahvalni smo džez festivalu zbog toga. Studenti, bar u ovom delu sveta, retko imaju šansu da budu u kontaktu sa profesionalnim džez muzičarima koji su na svetskoj džez sceni. Moraju da putuju da bi to dobili, da bi ih slušali i uvek to, čak i na koncertima, na festivalu, to bude ta odvojenost, neka publika, izvođači. Kad su radionice u pitanju, mislim da se prelazi ta barijera i studenti shvataju da su to, što mi kažemo, normalni ljudi sa kojima možemo da pričamo i da razgovaramo i da nešto od njih naučimo. Uvek, koliko ja znam, džez muzičari su bili uvek otvoreni za ovu varijantu i uvek nikad nisu pravili problem od toga koji je nivo studenta i slično. Tako da, eto, dobijaju direktan pristup iskustvima, ne samo informacijama, nego razmeni informacije i energije. Mislim da to ih inspiriše dugoročno.
Meni je bilo prelepo na radionici pevanja. Onako baš je tražila od nas da istražujemo naš glas, da budemo kao deca, da se igramo. Nekako nam je otvorilo da istražujemo naš glas i šta naš glas može. Nekad zaišli smo u neke segmente glasa i pevanja u koje nikad nisam zaišla, u koje nisam znala uopšte da moj glas može da dođe ili da zvuči na taj način. I baš me naučilo da nekako nismo bitni mi, da je bitna muzika i da ne treba da osetimo da nam je nešto sramota ili da nam je glupo, da u suštini stalno izlazimo iz zone komfora da bismo mogli da napredujemo kao muzičari, kao pevači, kao ljudi.
Bilo mi je interesantno sa pevačicom na prvom workshopu jer smo radili stvari koje nas nekako otvaraju u smislu da probamo neke nove stvari koje ne bismo probali pred drugim ljudima. Posle nekog duže vremena osjeti nešto malo drugačije kod ljudi na workshopovima, a kod Emanuela je bio standardni workshop u smislu da se pričalo o improvizaciji, o kompoziciji i tako dalje, ali mi se jako svidelo što je spontan i što vrlo iskreno odgovara na stvari, što nije uvek slučaj na workshopovima, generalno. Ali kod njega mi se to svidelo i naučio sam stvari o kompoziciji posebno, neke stvari o improvizaciji, čuo sam neke nove stvari koje nisam pre čuo, tako da interesantno u svakom slučaju jedan i drugi.
Od velike važnosti upravo saradnja sa džez odsekom Srednje muzičke škole Stanković i katedrom za džez i popularnu muziku na Fakultetu muzičke umetnosti, tako da se uvek trudimo da kad god je to moguće organizujemo besplatne radionice sa međunarodnim umetnicima. Zaista velika je radost videti kakvo je interesovanje naših mladih učenika i studenta, ali zapravo i sa koliko velikim žarom i ti veliki svetski umetnici pristupaju svemu tome, iako su i umorni i treba tek da sviraju koncert ili su sinoć kasno završili, kad se sretnu sa mladima i posle imamo priliku da razgovaramo sa njima, i za njih to je jedan veliki podsticaj, a rekla bih i negde dokaz da sve ono što svi mi radimo i nije uzalud.
Mickey O was my very, very early teacher, like when I was like 12, 13. And so she was a massive supporter and yeah, very dear to me. My teacher at uni, Jean Toussaint, tenor player, like phenomenal, played in Art Blakey's Jazz Messengers. And yeah, I've been very lucky to be supported by my community. Gary Crosby and Ginny Nines of Tomorrow's Warriors as well have been really thrusting me forward. Jazz Refresh, loads of people. So I'm really thankful to them. It's been a beautiful journey so far, and I don't even know how long, like 8 years of writing music and 5, 6 years of touring. I think it's been really special for us, a whole host of reasons, and each musician is so different, and I am grateful that they join me for however long. You know, it's just an honest representation of where I was. I think each record that you do does that. It's just an entry in the diary of your life. Each year to year, you kind of grow, you're exposed to different things, different people. So 100%, I think that's growth, right? That was all album and brand new stuff that no one's heard before, so special treat for Belgrade.
Ovog puta festival je bio inicijator ovog događaja, ovog koncerta, ali nekako sve posle se dešavalo prirodno i kao da smo i mi i Omar Sosa zapravo čekali ovaj spoj. Stvarno je nekako ispalo na obostrano zadovoljstvo i što se programa tiče i uopšte atmosfere i celog događaja.
It was amazing for me to play with this great big band. Yeah, we have 2 rehearsals and I feel like we play for all our life. Because, you know, it's simple. When everybody's open, when everybody is ready to share love, everything come out right. It's beautiful to play with other musicians because you learn different cultures, you learn different style of life, and you feel another kind of love. I hope we can continue to play, yeah, in the whole country, because the people gonna love this kind of Cuban music because it's kind of, you know, it's majestic. Is a kind of classical in a way, but it's contemporary in the same time with jazz, avant-garde jazz, Afro-Cuban traditional rhythms, concept. And you know what? We're ready already. Who wrote the arrangement? You know, my grand friend and mentor, and my teacher, Jack Morelenbaum from Brazil. We know each other. He know me. He's my teacher. Who can be the best if not the person? If you follow the person and you love the way he do. And we're working now in the third record we're gonna start next year. And for sure, Jack Morelenbaum is gonna be the arranger.
pitanju je autorska muzika Omara Sose, specijalno aranžirana za big band. I ovo je stvarno neki njegov projekat koji je dobio nagradu, snimljen sa hamburškim big bandom. Mi ga sada, mislim da smo tek drugi band koji ga izvodi. Vrlo zahtevan program, vrlo interesantan program i svakako nešto što publika nije očekivala, jer mislim da je ovo neki i naš iskorak od onoga što smo do sada radili.
Define myself a free spirit who try to absorb whatever is around and try to present. I try to present with different people. I love to share. I love to give. I love to live the short time that we have because life is too short. And by the time we look back, it's over. So we need to enjoy every minute. We need to share it. We need to be together, and we need to love each other and respect and listen each other. And this is basically what we did today with this amazing big band.
Jazz Beats, negde ideja je bila da se osvrnemo na i džez kao muziku koja jeste u našim srcima. Mi smo prošle godine obeležili pola veka postojanja Beogradskog džez festivala zbog pauze koja je nastupila 90-ih. Stigli smo, uslovno rečeno, tek ili već do 38. izdanja, ali zaista džez je, hajde da se kolokvijalno izrazim, žilava muzika i svi ljudi koji se bave džezom na ovaj ili na onaj način, ne samo direktno kao muzičari, nego promoteri, novinari, publika na prvom mestu. Nekako džez jeste u našim srcima i ne mora nužno da bude bilo šta drugo uslov da biste došli na koncertni program. Volimo džez i to je to. S druge strane, da se podsjetimo da je džez od uvek nekako bio muzika koja je bila tu da nas podsjeti i na neke dobre borbe koje moramo izvojevati i sami sa sobom na početku, a opet u kontekstu ove priče od malo pre da se mnogo toga i ne tako lepog dešava u svetu i oko nas, pa džez je nekako uvek bila muzika koja podsjeća na jednakost, na borbu za ravnopravnost, na sve ono najlepše u nama što treba i da pokažemo svetu. Tako da, eto, neka možda lepa poruka za neka lepša vremena koje se nadamo da će doći.